new way. They will have a lot of activities, they will have a lot of sport activities, a lot of bonding. You will even be happy to bring your parents there. I'm not saying maybe you stay for a long time, but maybe for a short stay, just something that energizes them again, something that they are used to. They can wake up in the morning and go into the farm, they can play with some animals. The environment is therapeutic.
We're keeping nature.
Yeah,
because we realize not just we realize, but a lot of people, as they get older, they want to get away from the noise of the city. The noise of, even just Lagos here is an example, So people want a place where they can calm down, they can relax, they can get away from it, even if it's for a short period of time. Okay, so what comes next now? So now we are now 2030, right? It's a long time from now. So, but we've also said that we're taking it in phases, right? So what is the next phase? What is the next thing that people can look forward to? We've said we have plans for December. So in December, we're planning a carnival, right? Where on Isimi grounds, where people can come. We're going to have like some chalets for short stays, for people to stay, so that even though the entire city is not ready at that time, but people can start to enjoy the experience. We're going to keep a lot of the landscaping that is there, so that we don't want to tamper so much with nature. So we're going to keep a lot of the land space. People can go hiking, people can do, just stay and have a feel of the environment. So that is the first phase. And we're also, in terms of developing the entire city, we're working towards the infrastructure commencement. So that is the first thing that everyone can look forward to this year in December.
Yeah, you've not mentioned about the price. People still wondering why they jumped from, how much was it to translate?
Imagine was 42.
So people, that must have been that's a mistake. That's April Fool. That is. But to be honest, is if we are going to do it, then we have to do it well and we have to do it right. If we fail at this, it will discourage other people from attempting something like this. We shouldn't have one of these in Nigeria. We should have multiple of different teams, different templates of a kind of project like this. This is how life should be. So for us, we have to create the exact picture that we have, anything that we put out there, we have to create it. And this is not going to come with 50%. So it's important that we get it right. And that's still not the final price. That's still not the final price. The final price might end at almost, because Isimi Lagos will be, you can put me, you can record it, by next year it will be one of the most expensive, if not most expensive piece of property in Nigeria. And I'm not saying that because I just want to say that, because that is what it would be, and that would be because of what we want to create and the kind of value we want to create around it. It's not, we're not building a city for everybody. And that's the honest truth, because we can't do it for everybody. If we want to do it for everybody, then we just create that village setting and have more houses and a sort. That won't cost anything. But if we really want to create this, we have to do it well, because of the infrastructure alone. There's no drain planned within the entire city. No drainage. So everything is designed in such a way that everything slopes back into the lagoon and all that. And the only place in Nigeria with that kind of landscape is ITA Ibadan, and that's where you will only see anything like that, close to the kind of landscape that we want to achieve within the same city. And also because of the kind of people that we already have within the subscription lists and all that, we've gotten a lot of calls as to I don't want all these Yahoo boys. I don't want any this thing. I want a place that I can just retire and just rest. I don't want bang, 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 bang. You know that kind of thing. And we also have to create that kind of, and that's why we can still make refund for clients here. And that's the truth. If we do a background check and we're done with our background check and we feel that maybe their source of income is not legit, or there's or some of the source of income is process of crime, we would not collect it within the same Lagos, and not even on any of our projects. We are always open to refund on things like that.
We're going to have a barcode on the screen so that if you have any questions that we can take here. Do we have that barcode? Okay, so that you can put in your questions and then we'll try to take as many as we can. Yes, so we still do not mention the price. Or you wait to see it in the brochure.
Yes.
Or you want to hear it now.
It's better. Come on, you see it in the brochure. Because some of you can, I'm already trying to look at some faces and I'm seeing some people holding bottled water. So, I won't talk about price here, but you see it in the brochure. But that's just a joke anyway. But the minimum, the standard plot is from 200,000 per square meter. And that makes about 300 square meter, around 50 million. So I was talking to somebody at the bank. He said, that's cheap. Tell them to bring. I'm not kidding. So
big things. We just talked about perception now. We just talked about action. We talked about big plans now. So it's doable.
Why are expensive? Of course, somebody asking that question. People asking that question every time, and there are places around the Isimi Lagos selling for maybe 1 million naira and plus. It's the value, and it's what we want to create within the city. It's not.
There's nothing like it.
The amount of the infrastructure. You broke that news to me about the amount of the infrastructure cost just for the road alone. I was almost going to enter coma.
But it's like you already said, it's the value of what we want to bring. I mean, we're not just doing roads with paving stones like everywhere else, right? There's going to be like bike lanes, there's going to be walking tracks, there's going to be, different roads for different clusters. Obviously, the main road will be different from the roads within the residential clusters. So it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So it's not common.
You can use the barcode to send in your questions. In case your phone cannot do barcode, oh bless you. A new phone.
Yes, so the
First question. Yeah.
not yet. Can we have the questions?
So
So yes, I was saying, so the infrastructure is going to be in the plot of land, but it's about having, access to the road, to your plots. It's about having good water. It's about having good drainage system, the sewage, all of these things. So the value of what we're going to do, or what we have planned for Isimi is what is driving. Exactly. There's nothing like it.
I can't wait to see some. And we're partnering with some good people, with amazing track record. Because some of these features that you're seeing there, like the restaurants, it's not going to be Landwey International Restaurants. It's going to be in partnership with a very known brand. The spa there, everything will be in partnership. They're not running from the school, from everything. It's not going to be like everybody's buying. Everybody's buying. And we've had people write to us from some international hotels, 5-star hotels, write to us that we want to. So everything is going to be partnership. We don't intend to run any service.
Okay, so we're starting to get some of the questions. You're asking about some of the videos and the materials. We will share a lot of these materials. There's going to be a brochure that you can scan at the end of this session. So we would have the materials, the pictures, and the marketing materials ready for you. Somebody is asking about the clusters, how to explain the clusters. So like we already said, most of what we've sold now, Origin 1 and Emergent and Green Light, those are just your standard residential, basically. And if you look at that, basic, early bird. So now, moving forward, if you look at the entire layout, we have some plots that are like along the golf course.
We can show where the whole Origin 1 will be the emergence and all that. So that it's
I think that's also in the brochure.
Like they are, no, because I'm perceiving it as a good thing that, so I'm to write emergence for our Origin 1, oh, like the gates. So that's it. So let me just show the layout and all that.
Can we have the layout?
Because people are like, sometimes they ignore me. Don't tell your client the information that you don't need to sell. Please try to manage. Please go back to my tab.
Yes.
So all these areas here, that's where you have the Origin 1. This is the entrance.
Main gate, that's your entrance.
And then you have the village somewhere here. The village is somewhere here.
The village is the round.
Yeah, then the Origin 1
starts from there.
Emergence and all that, they are all here. So they are still good. But I'm saying all the standard plots that we're talking about, there are plots that are here, some of them are here.
Those are standard plots. In the materials, we're going to highlight one section as
well. All these are premium plots. All these are premium plots. Then we have standard. All these are, so we'll just explain.
It will be highlighted properly on the marketing materials. The premium ones are the ones that are at the waterfront. So obviously they are more expensive.
So your client somewhere here, please. Go and visit them.
Somebody is asking, can they buy 1 square meter? I don't even think your car can park in 1 square meter now.
No, they can collaborate with friends and then
come together.
I've had people come to us and have that kind of discussion, to collaborate with friends and have, because Isimi would be a place that people just can come and then spend a whole month and all that. And that's what you are going to see, because we have the tech valley. There are people who are trying to incubate their ideas, the IT guys and all that. They can stay there for like 3 months. We have, all of that is within the city. So you can collaborate with friends and probably you want to buy maybe 250 square meter and then build something and for people to stay, and then you guys share the rental profit or the short stay profit. I probably want to do that.
Collaborations. Somebody is asking about allocation, if that is not going to happen until 2030. No.
No.
We will definitely do allocation before that.
Where
exactly their plots are. So we will do the paper allocation before the end of this year, and then obviously when as we start the infrastructure and we get to their, once there's access to their plots, they can get the physical allocation. So we're not going to wait until 2020.
Yeah. Also, again, the Isimi Symposium is going to be every year. The one we're doing next week is the one for year 1, which is 2022. And then we'll have for 2023, we have for 2024, 5, 6, and so like that. But also at the symposium is also talk about the progress of the city, how the city is progressing, and then stakeholders can be part of it. Every general public can be part of it. So it's just to be accountable about the progress of the city, and then people can ask questions. Stakeholders will come, ask questions, so they're seeing the work that is going on. And the carnival is also to engage them. So you don't, while they're trying to get their own private property ready, they can come in and spend some time, few times at a discount, because they are already a subscriber within the city. So they can come in, do their retreats. They will have training rooms and all that. And in case you don't know how to shoot a gun, we're going to have a shooting range here at the Isimi Lagos where you can learn how to shoot a gun. So.
Somebody is asking, for those that buy land in Isimi Lagos, can they build their houses using Wayflex?
Okay, that's like the design, the Isimi Lagos design is extremely different. Now, it's different in such a way that every house is mandated to have their own solar energy. You cannot stay within the city and your house is, no, your house must have, as a matter of, your roof must be a solar roof. You must have solar on your roof because it must be self-powered and not generator. As much as we are going to have the national grid and then just a generator for backup within somewhere here, we're going to have that for the city, but every house is mandated to have. So we have special designs. By middle of next year, we're going to have different prototypes of what clients can build. So remember that the vision of the city is for your house to be at least 75% transparent, which can be glass, and then 25% concrete. So there's a way to manage all of that, and we have to also do different samples for them to see and be able to exactly understand what we're talking about. As much as we have some of these designs available for them to just select from, but it's not just any type of buildings.
And since we're on the topic of buildings, there's another question about timelines. Are they mandated to build within a specific time, a specific time frame, or no?
Yeah, we have updated the civil contract that says that they have to build within
6 years.
Within 6 years, and if they don't build within 6 years, they are mandated to sell the plots. They have to sell the plots.
6 years after physical allocation.
After physical allocation. If they after 6 years and they don't build, they will have to sell the plot, and they can only sell the plot to us.
At the current value.
No, we have a percentage at the price, purchase price, not more than 40%, I guess. No more than 40% interest on the purchase cost. So now the reason for that is that this is the way you are doing. That's what we want clients to also do, so that they can also build. Because we don't want empty. See, we are a brand that is learning on building. We are always learning. I wish that we have the same clause on some of our early projects, like Orangeville, Westwood. We have those lands there, and clients are not building, and yet they are saying we should do infrastructure, and they're not even paying development fee. Development fee that we've given since 2017, 2018 for about 3.6 million. Now that iron, cement, and all that, they still want to pay the same price. I mean, it won't work. We just have to be realistic about this thing. So we are learning as we grow as a brand, and also to discourage. We cannot just have land within the same city. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. That's not the
development to happen together.
Yeah. So if in 6 years they are not building, they are mandated to sell. It's not. I'm not saying I'm not saying they have to sell, and they will sell to us at 40% the interest of the cost. So if they don't want to sell, they should build.
Okay. Somebody is asking.
Sorry about that, but it's just a way to achieve.
Somebody is asking about payment plans.